Namaskar. Myself, Dr. Vandana Kailash Mishra, Associate Professor, Commerce Department, Srimati LRT College of Commerce, Akola. BCom third year, 6th semester, E-commerce second, unit 5th, E-governance model. Hello dear students. Now we are going to discuss about e-governance model. There are few basic theoretical models of e-governance which may e-governance which may serve as a guide to implant this idea into reality. These models are comparative analysis model, wider dissemination model, critical flow model, e-advocacy model, interactive service model. So first one is comparative analysis model. Comparative analysis model is one of the least used but a high potential e-governance model. For developing countries, it then uses the result to advocate positive changes or to influence public opinion on existing governance practices. This model empowers people by comparing cases of bad governance with those of good governance and identifying specific aspects of bad governance, the reasons and people behind them, and how the situation can be improved. The comparison could be made over a time scale to get a snapshot of the past and the present situation, or could be used to compare the effectiveness of an intervention by comparing two similar situations. The strength of this model lies in the infinite capacity of digital network to store a varied information and retrieve and transmit it instantly across all geographical and hierarchical barriers. Private or public domain plus public or private domain is equal to wider public domain. Developing countries could very effectively use this comparative model as ICT opens their access to the global and local knowledge products at a relatively low cost. The model is very much based on the existing sets of information but requires the ability to analyze and bring out strong arguments which could then be used to catalyze existing efforts toward self-governance. There is a vast scope of application of this model for judicial advocacy as landmark key judgments of the past could be used and precedents for influencing future decision making. Further, watch guard organization and monitor groups can use this model to continuously track the governance, past record and performance and compare with different information sets. The model, however, becomes ineffective in absence of a strong civil society interest and public memory, which is essential to force decision makers to improve existing governance practices. Evaluation. Developing countries can effectively use this model to their advantages as ICT open access to global and local knowledge product at a relatively low cost. Watch guard organization and monitor group could use the model to track the performance record of electoral candidates and share them in their constituency The model is, however, depend on the availability of comparative information sets and the ability of the users to analyze and bring out strong arguments or self-explanatory graphics from the analysis. The model, however, becomes ineffective in the absence of a strong civil society interface and short public memory. This model is highly significant model for developing countries and can be used for empowering people. Next, wider dissemination model, broadcasting model. The model is based on dissemination or broadcasting useful governance information which is in the domain of the government into the wider public domain through the use of information and communication technology and other convergent media. The broadcasting model is stepping stone to more complex digital convert model. Central and state governments in developing countries need to aggressively adopt this model to provide greater governance services to their constituents and to enhance the participation of citizens in governance process. Use this model is government laws, legislation, notices, government budget, plans and expenditure, key judicial decision, state versus citizen decision, government tenders, procurement notices, government employment. Broadcasting model is based on mass dissemination of governance related information into the wider public domain using ICT. This raises awareness about process and government services that are available to them and how they can benefit from them. It allows citizens to form an opinion of the government. Equipped with this information, the citizen can feel more empowered to voice their concern and influence government processes to make them more efficient. Public domain is equal to wider public domain. This information is the strength of the model rests upon the fact that a more informed citizenry is better able to, to judge the functioning of existing governance mechanism and make an informed opinion about them. Next model is critical flow model. The model is based on challenging information of critical value to a targeted audience or spreading it in the wider public domain through the use of ICT and convergent media. The model requires foresight to understand the significance of particular information set and use it strategically. It may also involve locating users to whom the availability of a particular information set would make a critical difference in initiating good governance. The application involves making available information on corruption of a particular government ministry or government official to its electoral constituency or to the concerned governing body. For example, the website of Central Vigilance Commission, research studies, inquiry report, and appraisal commission by the government to the affected party. Human rights violation and criminal implement record against government officials to NGOs and concerned citizens, and environment-related information to local communities. For example, information on radioactive spills, effluent discharge in rivers, green rating of a company, etc. Critical domain, private domain information is targeted wider domain. So the strength of this model is that ICT makes the concept of distance and time redundant when information is hosted on a digital network, and this could be used advantageously by instantly transferring the critical information to its strategic user group located anywhere, or by making it freely available in the wider public domain. Next, e-advocacy model. E-advocacy, mobilization, and lobbying model is one of the most frequently used digital governance models. It takes up a proactive approach of forming virtual communities which share similar values and concerns, promoting active sharing of information within and between these communities, and linking them with real life groups, activities for concentrate action. This model is planned directed strategic flow of information to build strong issues based allies solitary to complement action in real world, often through combination of other models. Is a virtual community, community is the interest group, individual is the network, means is equal to common goal, a real community. This, this model builds the momentum of real world process by adding the opinions and concerns expressed by virtual community. This model helps the global civil society to impact and global decision making. In addition, it is able to mobilize and, and leverage human resources and information beyond geographical, institutional, and bureaucratic barriers, and use it for concentrate action. Next one is interactive service model. Interactive service model is a consolation of the other digital governance model. ICTs have potential to bring every individual into a digital network and enable interact two ways or multiple ways. Flow of information among them. Potential of ICT participation is direct and it can bring first greater objectivity and transparency, decision making process. Third, give a greater feeling of involvement and empowerment. Individuals are willing to engage in the governance process. Thank you.